Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Especially if you have a good job, but you sense you're viewed as average at best, it's only natural that you're worried you might get the axe, if only in a round of layoffs. And that's scary. Even though the unemployment rate is the lowest in 50 years, that statistic masks that good jobs, as opposed to grim gigs, are harder to come by. What's a mere mortal to do? Well, here are some what I call doables, things that you can realistically change to help you keep your job, and if you can't, how to make that for the best. First, let's start with what I call internal doables, things within yourself. How is your attitude? What would a fair-minded observer say about your attitude? Are you reliable? Low maintenance? Don't make too many excuses? Don't complain much? You're hardworking? If the answer to any of those is no, should you try to deal with it or not? And if you do decide you should deal with it, try to improve, should you try to treat it symptomatically and just let the fear of firing motivate you to buck up? Or do you need to unearth and fix the root cause? For example, some people unduly rebel against authority, maybe because they had an authoritarian parent or romantic partner, or because they simply bristle against the man. Other employees' bad attitude stems from insecurity about their performance, so they are snarkily judgmental to deflect attention from themselves. Still, other people's bad attitude is caused by a relationship problem or substance abuse. What's the story with you? Another internal doable is to take a look at your skills. Is there anything you could learn that would take you off the could-be-cut pile? Even something that would make you invaluable. For example, is there some tech skill that's important to your employer and daunting to others, but that you could learn? Even something as seemingly immutable as intelligence, thinking ability, is at least partly malleable. And I've written an article on that called Becoming a Better Thinker. You can Google that. Just Google Becoming a Better Thinker and the name Nemko, N-E-M-K-O. You'll find it. Now let's turn to external doables, things outside of yourself. Could you get your job description or even your job changed? Sometimes you're in the right church, wrong pew. Your skills are poorly matched to the job. Could you get your boss to trade at least some of your poorly suited tasks for better matched ones? Or should you angle for a change of boss? Or for a lateral move? Even for a demotion to a different position where you might be more successful and happier? Another external doable, are you cultivating the power players? Yeah, there are the obvious power sources like your boss, and maybe your boss's boss or other poobah, but sometimes even an admin can be important. For example, that person could let you know about insider whispers that could save your hide. Now let's turn to doables after you're canned. If you play your cards right, being let go could be for the best. Maybe inertia kept you in your job even though you knew it wasn't a good fit, even if you knew the job was dead wrong. But now the fates have forced you to act in your behalf. What would be the most exciting job you could realistically shoot for? One that would enable you to look back and say, getting let go was the best thing that ever happened to me. Maybe you've been a corporate drone who ever suppressed your desire to work for a nonprofit, to run for office, or to work for a company you actually believed in, or to change to a whole new career. Or maybe you simply want a job without a crazy commute. Or should you be self-employed? Not only can no one then fire you, it can feel great to finally be more in control of your day, to be more in control of your destiny. What sort of business could you see yourself pumped up to run? Maybe a business, however, that doesn't impose an undue risk. And if that appeals, you might check out my article on simple self-employment. Again, just Google simple self-employment and the name Nemko. Now, standard advice is to take some time between being let go and looking for your next job. Well, my clients have generally found that to be poor advice. You see, the longer you wait, the more insecurities and inertia tend to build, and the harder it is to explain to potential employers, hey, if you're so good, how come you've been out of work so long? Sure, take a day or a week to breathe, to grieve, to identify any lessons you want to learn to make you more successful on your next job. For example, should you change your attitude? Should you up your skills? Should you find work that better uses your strengths and interests and that skirts your weaknesses? Then, use any fear or anger at being let go to motivate you to get started on an aggressive job search for that better job. And when you've accepted an offer, if you wish, negotiate a start date that allows you to take a play period, like a vacation. That way, rather than being that playtime being clouded by the fear that you're worsening your employment prospects, you can really enjoy. I hope this little talk's doables reduce your fear of firing and provide realistic hope that if you are let go, you can say, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. In any event, I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I do welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down, your comments, your hitting the share button and sharing it on your social media, and or your subscribing to my channel. And again, I thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.